enriching people's lives one at a time. Dr. Sam is ready to help you gain perspective on life, relationships, finances, spirituality, and so much more. Go to the DrSamShow.us, brought to you by McDonald's. Empowering purpose for life.
On the baseball field, a single decision can change.
You know, I got a fire stick in my house. And I watch, so the news that I see every day is in New York and Chicago, which I want to. I ain't really.
Right. A single decision can change.
It's a lot of people, man, get run over in New York. Like literally run over by cars. Like every day, somebody like this morning, somebody had some out of state tags in New York. The light was green, everybody going. Then when the light turned red, that car took off and ran over two people crossing the street and killed one of them.
What?
But a lot of the residents said that happened a lot.
Yeah, we're back. Wow. Okay.
On that, it just, man, somebody always getting run over, man. I'm like, it's in Brooklyn, it's in Queens, it's in was it Brooklyn Heights? Just different spots, and you just like somebody always get ran over. Then you got that building in New Orleans today, half of it collapsed. That hotel, that crane flipped.
Oh yes, I saw that. Yes.
Ready?
Yeah, hold on. Facebook, I don't own that, of course. That's the great Sammy Davis Jr., but I play it every week, so I'm just making sure so they don't send me the copyright thing. And we're back. This is your friend, Dr. Sam, and my man, Mr. Sammy Davis Jr., saying keep your eyes on the sparrow. And so that's what I'm encouraging you today, to keep your eyes on the sparrow, keep your eyes on the glory, keep moving where you're grooving, because we got a serious subject matter today. As I said before we went to break, I got my engineer extraordinaire, Mr. Ron, in the building. And ladies, for your appetizing pleasure, Mr. D is in the building. But, you know, I'm done talking about them too. We got a very serious subject matter today. So if you got any little kiddies around, you might want to gather them around you. See, y'all thought I was going to say make them leave the room, but no, they need to hear this. You need to hear this. Today we talk about how to prevent sexual abuse in kids, raping kids. And I got an extraordinary guest, man. We ain't seen each other in years. She's a superstar already. You know, we had to would have put out the red carpet, but it got a rip in it, so we couldn't work it out today. I'll talk about my friend, Miss Jessica Jefferson. Jessica, how are you today?
I'm great. How are you doing today, Dr. Sam?
I'm doing good. You know, Jessica ready for this topic, man. She always got that energy and stuff like that. So she might get up and grab her mic and start dancing or moonwalking or whatever she got to do. And also, she's a minister too.
Yes.
You know, her teachings are extraordinary. I told her I love her teachings, man, because she's what I call the short, direct, and simple. She keeps it straight to the point. She ain't confusing. If you confuse after, if you get a chance, go on Jessica's Facebook. They all on there.
Right.
And if you confused after listening to her, you probably need to go to the hospital.
Yes.
Something wrong with you, because her stuff is very easy. That's what I love about it, because you know most y'all, if y'all didn't know that, the average grade level of American citizens is 8th grade reading and comprehension level. If y'all didn't know that, just a little side note. So it's good. I try to keep it as simple and direct, but I know sometimes maybe I'm confusing or too complex. But again, if you don't understand me, you probably need to go to the hospital too.
Yes.
But today, Jessica and I are talking about, and I'll let her tell you about a little bit about herself in a minute here, but we're talking about how to prevent sexual abuse and kids raping kids. And I told Jessica when she came in a minute ago before we came on the air, I seen an interview that she did before. And I'll just listen to some of them stories, man. And sometimes, you know, which I got a couple of questions we'll get into it, we'll flow through the conversation. That's a very tough area to be in, because some of those situations you want to, you know, go wring the adult's neck or shoot the kid. I mean, it's just a lot of stuff. So, so I'm gonna let Jessica introduce her, tell you a little bit about herself, and you know, we're gonna roll from there.
Okay, of course, you all know I'm Jessica Jefferson, and I've been working now with troubled adolescents since 1994. And so I started in a residential treatment facility, and you know, I never knew that it was so many juvenile sex offenders. I remember my first little group, it was 3 little boys, 1 10, and the other 2 were teenagers. One was in for raping a 5-year-old girl. Another one, his mother, she sexually abused him. And in return, he raped little boys. And the other one, he was just looking at dirty magazines and he started raping little boys. But for me, you know, doing that group, I never knew it was a bigger population of them until I started working for the state juvenile correctional facilities. And I remember one of my first interviews was with this teenage young man. And I would have never known the things he was getting ready to say to me. So when he was telling me about, I said, well, tell me more about your offense. So he told me, he was like, well, Miss Jefferson,